This is the Roulette Master, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And I've received some emails from some of you saying, well, your latest system, which is how to play roulette without losing, is really cool, but I'd like to make more money than even with the $10 bets. Why can't you use that with something like $50 on each? And wouldn't that still win if the startup fund was much higher? And yes, it would. However, it's always going to be less risky when you play with smaller amounts because obviously if you start with $1, you're never going to get near the table maximum. And you probably won't starting with $50 either, but you definitely have a greater chance of it. So let's explore that today and start with and use $50 units with that same system. And let's see how it goes. So let's go ahead and spin. And for those of you that haven't seen the original system, we're basically always going to lose on third 12, but then we're going to not spin until third 12 doesn't hit. So we lost the very first one, so we're already down $100. And the beauty of this system again is that we didn't lose anything there because we're not going to spin again with money on it until we don't hit the third 12. So just look, even though we're down $100, just look how much money we're saving right now by not betting on the third 12. Okay, it's time to bet again because we did not hit the third 12, so we're going to increase by 2 units from 50 to 150. Okay, and we lost again. Okay, so we can see now we're down $400. So you definitely would need a much larger startup fund for this, and this is the worst case scenario. So I'm kind of excited to see how we pull out of that with this system because I think we can do it. And again, we're going to spin now without betting. Okay, we didn't hit a third 12, so it's time to bet again. And we're going to go from 150 to 250 now. They're going to go up 100 each time. Okay, and we're still down, so we're going to repeat the exact same bet at 250. Now, if we were to lose this, we'll sit out and then go to 350. Okay, we got a win. So now we're up. So remember, we're up $100, and we start back over with 50 on each. And the reason we need to remember that $100 is because if we lose, we have to get back to that point before we go back to the beginning. And we've had really bad luck so far. So again, I see that as a challenge. And because we lost again, now we're going to spin without betting until the third doesn't hit. Okay, and now it's time to go ahead and increase the bet from 50 to 150. Okay, let's see where we're at now. Remember, we have to be up at least 100, and we are. We're up 150. So we start back over. Now we need to remember 150 because that's the number we'll have to get back to before we start over on the next time that we lose. So now we're up 200. We're going to rebet 50 on each. When you get on a win streak, it's pretty cool when you're playing this. You can get a lot of wins in a row. And that's because you always have 2 of the 12s out of 3. Not that you can't get on a losing streak like you saw at the beginning of this, but you can definitely get on a streak of wins as well. And that's just because you obviously have most of the numbers on your side. Now we're up 300. Okay, and again, zeros in this are just like hitting third 12. So when we lost there, we're going to go ahead and spin now without betting.
Do not top up. Do not top up.
Do not top up.
If you topped up a lot and you still can't hit the big jackpot, if the jackpots in your slot app aren't a few million, then delete it right now. I am the Raja with over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. Hey, my friends, have you run?
Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. And we're going to spin without betting, like I was saying. Okay, and again, it saves us money by not losing when a third 12 hits. Okay, now it's time to bet again. And we're going to go ahead and increase that to 150. And we always want to remember how much we were up before, because we just lost again. And that means the next one after this is going to be 250 each. But we're not going to go there yet because, again, we spend until we don't hit a third 12. And now it's time to bet again. Now we're going to put 250 on each. And we won, but I doubt we're up where we were before. We're not, so we need one more win. But again, if we lose this one, we'll sit out and then go to 350. But we got the win, so now we're back up above where our previous win total was. Remember, we're up 400. Okay, we got another win, so we're just going to rebet. Okay, another win. So now we're at 500. And always look and remember how much the most you are up, because again, we have to return to that amount before we start back over after a loss. We're up 550. And you still have a pretty good chance of not hitting the table maximum with this, because obviously if you lose, you'll go 150, 250, 350, 450, 550, 650, 750, 850. So obviously it depends on what kind of a table maximum you're using. But if you're using 1,000, then I guess you technically could only go to 500 or to 450. So it's definitely more risky than playing with dollars or $10 for sure. But it's interesting to see how this works with a higher amount, because I know a lot of you out there really enjoy playing for more money. And we're going to go from 50 to 150, but not yet. Always remember to spin without betting until you don't hit a third 12. And that just protects you from long strings of third 12 hits. And now we can put the 150 up. And there we go. Okay, a little more adversity here. That's okay. I want to see if we can get it. So we're going to spin without betting now. So the next bet will be 250. And again, look how much money that saves us when we hit the third 12 when there's no money on the line. Okay, see again. Saved us tons of money. See, there's 3 in a row. We didn't lose anything. Look at that, another one. So this is really showing you the beauty of this system. You can only lose on third 12s, and we just had 4 in a row with no losses. Now 5 in a row with no losses. So I hope this really opens your eyes to how good this system can be. 6 in a row with no losses. And the only way you can lose is third 12 or 0. Okay, it's time to bet again. Now we're going to 250. And if this was a 1,000 minimum table, you could go to 250, 350, 450. And let's go ahead and spin here and see how we do. And we lost again. So another good test. We lost at 250, so the next one's going to be 350. But we're not going to go again until we don't hit a third 12. Again, it saves us again. Okay, it's time to bet again. We're going to put 350 up. Okay, we got a win, so we're going to repeat the bet because we're nowhere near where we're supposed to be. So we're going to repeat that. And if we were to lose on one of these repeats, we're going to go to 450. Okay, so we got another win. Now we're back up again, so we start over. And I totally understand if some of you out there are saying, man, you're getting kind of close to table maximum, and I totally agree with you. I probably wouldn't use $50 bets, but I had some people ask about it, so we're going to see how it does today. I would think that, but $10 bets on each is really safe because it goes up, because we're going up 2 units with each one. So with the $10 bet, you'd go 10 and then 30 and then 50 and then 70 and then 90. And you can see it would take forever to get up to the table maximum using $10 bets. So, I'm going to be using $10 bets, between $1 and $10 bets, depending on how it goes starting out. But let's see how this continues to go at 50 each. So we lost, so we're going to spin without betting. Okay, again, it saves us. I love when we hit the third 12 and we don't lose. It's fantastic. Okay, so we go from 50 to 150. And we need to remember that we were at 450. Okay, now we're back up again, so we start back over. But a lot of it's risk reward, whether you want to start with higher increments or not. But like I said, I like to stay away from those table maximums as much as possible. That's why this is such a better system than playing martingale. Because if you do start with $10 units or $20 units, you're going to stay away from that table maximum. And we're going to have to go ahead and get rid of this pop-up here. Sorry about that. And you can see on that last one it was 50 each, so we're going to go to 150, but not until we don't hit a third 12. Okay, so it's time to go to 150. Okay, so we got the win, and we're back up again, so we go back to the original $50. Now we're going to remember we're up 550. Hopefully we can, after all these bad spins, hopefully we can go on a nice little run of consecutive wins when we're playing the 212s now. But nope, there's another loss. That's okay. We're up for the challenge, and that was at 50 each, so we'll go ahead and spin here. And that saved us again. No loss on the third 12 hit. Okay, it's time to increase the bet. And okay, to 150 each. And if we don't get it, we'll go to 250 after we sit out. And we did lose. Okay. So we'll go to 250 each, but not yet. We got to spin until we don't hit a 0 or a third 12. Okay, we're ready to bet now. 250. 250. Okay, we got that one. I don't think we're back to our high bet. We're not, so we repeat that bet. And remember, if we lose this one, we'll go to 350, but not until we sit out. Okay, so it's going to test us. We lost again. We're going to go to 350 after we sit out. Okay, that saved us again. Here we go. Okay, that saved us one more time. Fantastic. Okay, it's time to go for the 350 now. Okay, we got it. And you can see we need to repeat that because we're only up 300. Okay, and we got it. So now we're starting over. Now we're up 650. Okay, let's see if we can go on a run now. I think we're due for some wins in a row. Okay, another win. Up 750. Another win. Like I said, it's just inevitable that eventually you're going to go on a good run. Now we're up 800. Okay. Another win. We've had so many third 12s and zeros that I think we're due to have some wins. If anything is ever due in roulette. And just as I say that, we lose and we sit out. So remember, we were up 850. It's time to bet again. So we go to 150. But remember, we have to remember that we were up 850. Okay. And we got it. Now we're up 900, so we start over. Okay, we're up 950. Let's see if we can get up to 1,000 here. Okay, we got it. So we're up $1,000, and I think it's time to cash out with this system. Now, obviously, we got a little bit closer to the table maximum. If it was $1,000 table maximum, everybody's is a little bit different. So that'd be the only reason I would hesitate of using 50 on each to start. But obviously, you need a larger startup fund, so I would definitely use 3,000 instead of. If I was using 10, I would use 1,000, and if I was using $1, you can do it for as little as 100. So this system can work for everyone. Obviously, it's a little riskier as you increase the unit size, but that's all dependent on what kind of table you play on and what table maximums you use, because that's the main reason I love this is because it keeps you away from the table maximum, and as long as you have a large enough startup fund, it'll eventually turn your way. And I think the big change for this was for me was starting to increase by 2 units on losses, where the original system that got sent in was increased by 1 unit after losses, and it took too many times to get your money back after you, and then during those times when you tried to get your money back, you would lose again, and then it would just keep cycling. So I hope you like this system, whether it's $1, $10, $20, or $50, and pick the one that's best for you, and the amount of money that you're trying to win and your risk level. And if you have a system you'd like to send in, please send it in. I would love to showcase it on the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner, and also ring that bell for notifications, because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day.